Hello, welcome to Your Ultimate Comeback, episode 122. I'm Brad, here with Raquel. Good to see you.
Parade wave.
Parade wave.
Yep. Actually, it should be the right hand. There we go. How's that look?
Looks great.
Like I'm on a float?
Yep.
Okay, good.
I feel better that you did that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Did I switch hands for doing that?
Yeah, they know that you just did it so well for everyone's.
Yeah, Gotta always be ready with a parade wave.
I've never had
when you need it.
Never had to do that.
No?
No. I don't see it in my foreseeable future either.
Never say never.
True. So, we thought today we'd kind of do a little Q&A. We put it out there, got some good questions.
Yep.
We got a bunch of them.
Yep.
Some of them are really tough.
Tougher the better.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do the best that we can.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah. It's crazy the questions that come in.
Well, people want to know, fix me, right? How do you fix me?
Yeah. And I think that, with how much information we have access to, people are so almost overly informed now.
Definitely. Just ask chat, right?
Yeah. It's everywhere. I think some of these questions might have come from there.
That's okay.
All right, so let's jump in.
Yes.
We'll start with the first one we got. What are the biggest mistakes people make when trying to get their health back after 40?
That's a great question, really.
Yeah. It's hard because it's tougher. Mm-hmm. It's not like when we're in our 20s, which is another question we'll address.
Yeah.
It's much tougher after 40 than it is earlier in life. Eric Weeks, I was just training, used to always say, I said this a million times, the warranty runs out at 40.
Yep.
So I think the biggest mistakes that I see, people get too aggressive too fast.
Yes.
The mentality around more is better, harder is better, more intense is better. Sacrifice is needed. I think that's where the big mistakes make because it's not sustainable.
Right.
And people don't like the answers of like, let's start slow and progress through this because then you're going to make it. No. I'm all in. I'm super committed. Yeah, that motivation lasts for about 2 weeks, and then the hard kicks in. And if you went too aggressive too fast, you're out. And I typically see that in the new year.
Right.
People get all gung-ho.
Yes.
Instead of like starting easy and building into it, creating a lifestyle around it, it's like they're going to the gym every day and they're, sacrificing with food and doing all the hard, all the things. Yeah. And it just wipes them out. Because you gotta focus on fatigue too. Like how you've been living your life didn't create the best environment to create success.
Sure.
And people don't tend to look at it that way. They think, oh, okay, so I've been eating bad, drinking, not exercising, but now I'm going to switch and I'm going to drink a lot of water. I'm going to work out like crazy. I'm going to eat perfect and everything's going to change really quickly.
Right.
I think that's a big mistake.
Right. Maybe try one thing at a time.
Well, and I think the focus should be, okay, we got to go repair all the damage that's been done.
Yes.
To create an environment that will respond well from the training. I don't think training is the ultimate first answer.
Sure. To
create a lot of change. I think if you go back, and I think that's why my book, the 21-Day Metabolic Reset, did so well, is because it didn't even include exercise.
Right.
It was, let's go and fix all the damage that's accumulated to create an environment that can sustain and recover and respond well to training.
Sure.
So I think the biggest mistake might be is that the solution number one is fitness. I'm going to go hire a trainer. I'm going to go work out really hard. And then I think another mistake I see is a lot of trainers that are bringing someone new on that hasn't worked out for a while, blasting them.
Yeah.
It should be like, Garrett Bowles just came back in. We're in his third week. If you were to see his workouts, which is kind of funny when I watch trainers' faces as I'm training them and stuff we're doing, they're like, I can see what their head's doing. Like, that's all you're doing? I'd be doing this and this and this.
Yeah. Not thinking about what he's come off of.
Correct. Yes. Yeah, he just came off of a long season with injuries, had a surgery on the ankle.
He did?
A basic one. Just had a bone spur removed.
Okay.
And you got to take that all under. And he just took a month off and was in Hawaii on vacation. Yeah. So phase one is always this kind of structural balance. We're not squatting. We're not bench pressing. We're not jumping. It looks kind of funny.
Yeah.
But it sets the tone for success. I'm coercing his body back into where I want him safely.
Yes.
And he's, back on his nutrition, back on his supplements with his doctor that he uses. And the whole system is building on itself so that come, end of July, beginning of August, he's ready to roll.
Right.
So I would say like treat it like a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Like, they do not just start in hard.
No.
They kind of gradually get their way back into it.
But I'm sure all your professional athletes trust the process,
Oh yeah, 100%.
right? Unlike most of your general population does not trust the process, right?
Yeah.
They know because their body, intact and in good shape and working shape, is their paycheck.
Yes.
So they're going to trust that process.
Yeah, and they realize that like I just finished season.
Yeah.
I just took a month off. I don't feel great right now.
No, you need to.
I can't just go and squat 500 pounds and think that's going to be a good, smart thing to do.
No.
And so it's a progressive build-up over time to get them back to that high level.
Yes.
I think it's the same. I think the best thing I ever did for my personal body was probably, I remember it was 2016 after I sold Stark. I went and started training with this group, and I just started over.
Yeah.
And I started with the bar. And I just worked on perfect technique, controlled tempos, and just slowly rebuilt my body over time. Knock on wood.
Yes. Find some wood.
I have not dealt with an injury from training
Yeah.
in almost 10 years.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
And if I take any time off, what I reverse, I start easy. Like I'm training again with Garrett, and I'm doing all the same structural balance stuff with light loads, getting my body prepared to progressively build on that so that my joints and everything, tendons and ligaments, can all
Handle it.
handle it and progress with it.
That makes sense.
So, again, that progressive overload word that gets thrown out so much, this is an example of I'm not putting heavier weight on him every workout. We are progressing into more and more advanced strategies over time. That's progressive, and the progressive example of progressive quote-unquote overload.
Yes.
Is we're progressively getting more intense with the exercise choices, the volumes, the weight loads. It's more than just he's doing a little bit more every workout.
Right.
Or more reps or more weight. It's a very strategic system over time.
Yes. That makes sense.
So I guess that would be the biggest mistake I see is people want to go too hard, too fast, and it blows up in their face.
But I think people want to do that because they think, oh, this used to work for me.
Maybe, but if you really look back, because I used to do that, if you really are honest enough and look back,
You don't think it did?
maybe for about 12 weeks.
Oh.
And then you either get sick or you get hurt and it derails you. So a lot of people are kind of always starting over in that system.
Yeah.
That was always my thing is around week 12 to 16, I would typically get hurt because I went too hard, too fast. My structural system couldn't handle it and I would tweak something, get hurt.
Right.
And then I'd be out for a few weeks and then basically starting over with the same philosophy. So it was a lot of like 12 weeks, start over, 12 weeks, start over, 16 weeks, start over.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. So I think if people are really honest with themselves and really looked back at that strategy, they thought it worked then.
Yeah.
Because, you know what? My body would change pretty quickly in those 12 weeks.
Right.
But it was this constant start and stop, start and stop, start and stop.
Right.
And I think I see a lot of people dealing with that. Question 2. I like this one. Why did the strategies that worked in your 20s stop working in your 40s and 50s?
Yes.
Or older?
Yeah. We're older.
Yeah. Again, this is my thoughts. I don't have a lot of hard science to back it. The older you are, the more damage you've done, the more life has gotten to you, the more your bad habits have caught up to you, the more likely there are nutrient deficiencies, the more likely hormones are to be lower. In your 20s, you typically, like, all the peptides in your body, those signaling scenarios are pretty in top shape.
Yes.
For example, your copper levels are optimal. Your NAD levels are much more optimal. Your hormones are more optimal, so you can get away with more. And as we get older, those things start to decline. Stress on how we live, on our metabolism. Blood sugar can become a problem. Blood pressure can become a problem. Inflammation becomes a problem. These things start to impact us. And so in our 20s, we could get away with a lot of things because we're in a more optimal state.
Sure.
As we get older, that optimal state starts to become deficient. That's why I think peptides work so well for people in their 40s. They see a lot more benefit from them than someone in their 20s. Because if you're in your 20s taking NAD, probably not going to have a lot of effect on you. But you're in your 40s and 50s with lower NAD levels, you take that, you're going to see a big benefit.
Sure.
I have a lot of young people asking, like, I want to do that copper peptide. I'm like, why? Your levels aren't deficient. It's not going to do a whole lot. Like, you already have optimal levels. You don't need it.
Yeah.
but they see people in their 40s and 50s taking it, getting good benefit from it. But again, it's a wasted scenario, in my opinion, in that realm. So it's the impact of life is what's affecting us in our 40s and 50s, causing the hormonal deficiencies, causing the metabolic issues, causing the natural signaling peptides to be lower. That's what we're seeing.
We're beat down.
We're beat down. Yeah, just life has beat us up.
Sure.
Inflammation is higher.
Yeah.
So there's more against us than in our 20s, in our 40s and 50s.
Definitely.
So you have to be more strategic in your 40s and 50s than you did in your 20s.
Yes.
It's why I like working with people my age, I like working with younger people and they're an athlete.
Yeah.
I don't like working with younger people that are trying to do a bodybuilding show or become a fitness model or an influencer. Right. It doesn't excite me. It's not hard.
Right.
Because it's actually really easy to change how they look in that state.
Sure.
Because everything's optimal. But getting in your 40s and 50s, it's everyone's different. All the problems you're dealing with are different. The roadblocks you run into are different. It takes a lot of trial and error and a lot of labs and a lot of understanding. Oh, I've seen this before.
Sure.
It's probably your inflammation causing this. So we know we got to go attack your inflammation.
Yeah.
So
I even think it's fascinating how when we met, it was 4 years ago. And even the difference between those 4 years, is fascinating to me about my body and how it felt and what I could get away with.
Yeah.
So it definitely starts to go a little faster with that decline.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, aging. It's just called aging.
Right.
It's having an impact.
Yes.
One of the things I'm doing with my kids is when they turn 18, they're getting an elaborate blood panel done, a lot of lab work done, so they can. So we have this reference point of here was when you were optimal.
That's great. Really,
most people don't have that.
No.
So I think if people had that, and then as they're looking out over time, they'd be like, oh. Here was my testosterone at 18. Here's my testosterone at 40. That's a very big different picture. So they can see all the differences.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I think it's one of the most valuable things you can do because now you can see here was me optimal. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's me non-optimal.
Right.
And you can start seeing here's the changes.
The fluctuations of it.
Yeah, and it's just going to change.
Yeah. Even when you're doing the right things. Right?
Yeah. It's just called aging. Mm-hmm. I know there's a few people out there now trying to say they're going to live to be 120 and they're documenting everything and selling all their products and stuff like that, but there's still this thing called aging that's creeping in and going to happen over time.
Yep.
Let's see, next question. Oh yeah, here it is. If someone feels tired all the time, where should they start first? Nutrition, training, or sleep?
Know what you're going to say.
Yeah, I think sleep. If you're fatigued and don't have energy, it's your body telling you it's tired.
Yes.
And typically what I see in those situations, people are having sleep issues. They're either been cheating sleep or they can't sleep. So I always start there because I think that's the biggest return. Is if you can improve someone's deep sleep and their sleep in general, you're going to get a positive result in regards to better energy. So I would start there. Mm-hmm. And then I would move into nutrition. Like nutrition, supplementation, peptides. There's lots of things you can use in that world to revitalize the mitochondria, which drives the natural ATP and energy.
Yeah.
Help clear out any metabolic dysfunction that could be there. So if you have a congested liver, you're going to be dealing with fatigue. If your blood sugar's all over the place, you're going to be more fatigued. So I would go sleep first, then I would dial in nutrition. And then once those things are in play and energy's feeling better, that's when I would bring in the training.
Sure.
The only thing I'd have people do in that realm prior to that is a lot of walking.
I knew you were going to say that too.
Yeah. Again, we want to build the foundation for training to be effective.
Sure.
If you have a poor foundation, training is going to cause more harm than good. And I don't think people understand that.
No.
We've been led to believe that fitness matters most. Go exercise.
Well, there's the people too that use it as a stress reduction.
Yes.
So, that becomes a problem also. But I didn't sleep well last night, but I still need this for stress reduction. I need to go take the class.
Yeah, but if they slept better, they would wake up with less stress hormones in their bloodstream.
Vicious circle.
It's a very vicious circle. It's been proven that if you don't sleep enough, you wake up the next day and your stress hormones are much higher in your bloodstream from not sleeping.
Yeah, right.
So now you're waking up with higher stress hormones. Then you go to exercise hard, which drive more stress hormones.
Sure.
So it just creates a realm of havoc.
Yes.
If someone was really, truly, honestly wanting to have more energy and feel better, that would be the route. Get your sleep dialed in, get your nutrition, your supplementation, and your peptides in, and having blood chemistry can tell you how you should do that.
Yes.
I think it's really important. I wish people understand more that your blood chemistry will tell us what's causing the fatigue. And then we can strategically, okay, here's probably the best way for you to eat. Here are the best supplements for you to take. Here are the best peptides for you to take to revitalize that energy. And now when those things are in place, now we can throw fitness in, and instead of it wiping you out more, it's going to build that positive stressor that's going to help you become more resilient to life with great energy.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's how I would look at it. That's how I would run with it.
Yeah, I think that's very, very smart.
I think it's a very unsexy approach, but it's the...
Well, sometimes you got to do the unsexy thing.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I love sport. Like, all people see in sport is the big performance. They see the sexiness.
Right.
They do not see what these poor men and women go through to get to that point to be able to have that experience.
Right.
Same thing with speaking. Like, you see a lot of speakers on stage. It's like, wow.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yes.
But what you didn't see was all the shit they had to do to get to that point to be able to do it.
Right.
It's the same thing with fitness. The exercise is the sexiness, but it's all the things you're doing away from that. Like, you see all the influencers posting their fitness videos and how sexy and amazing it is.
Yeah.
That's not, it's all this other stuff
Behind the scenes.
That equates to that sexiness. So, and I think it's one of the hardest things to help people understand, of like, that video they just put up of them exercising, looking how they looked, that wasn't the thing that caused it.
Yeah.
It was all the other stuff that allowed them to look like that, to move like that, to perform like that.
Right.
It's pretty rare. There are genetic freaks, but it's pretty rare to find someone that looks incredible that doesn't do all the behind the scenes stuff really well.
Right, right. I just posted a video of me squatting, and I'm super proud that I've squatted my body weight.
That's awesome.
And it's taken a long time.
Yeah.
It didn't happen overnight.
No, that's the other thing with true strength. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what I could squat when I first met you. I don't even know if I could do bar.
I'm sure you could do the bar.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
But knowing myself, I don't have your documents. I'm pretty sure we
You don't have it committed to memory, Wrath.
I'm sorry.
Feelings are hurt.
I would guess we didn't start phase 1 with squats. I would guess we started more with the structural balance stuff, like split squats, or maybe we did goblet squats. I very rarely put a barbell on someone's back.
Yes.
Phase
Right
1,
away.
day 1.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Plus, I was coming off of surgery.
Oh, yeah. For sure we didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
But I know that you could have squatted the bar back then.
Okay. I don't know, because I rarely would do that. It was more, let me do the leg press, and let me do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but most people can squat a 45-pound bar.
Okay, good.
So with how fit you were, without a doubt, you could have squatted a 45-pound bar.
Regardless, I've made improvements, and that was really, really exciting for me.
Well, and think like early on, we used a lot higher rep ranges too.
Yes,
It's
we
like
did.
12 to 15.
Yes, we did.
So I'm guessing probably when we first started squatting, probably had 65 pounds on the bar for like sets of 15.
Okay. You mean 65 total?
65 total.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just knowing you and everything we've done and knowing how I progress things over time. We always start with higher rep ranges. That's probably about where you were when we started with that.
But I guess the point I'm making is it was just exciting. I rarely pay attention to what I'm lifting weight-wise.
Yeah.
Part of why I love you and Jay so much. It's like I don't have to worry about it.
Right.
But that was something I wanted to be able to do. And when he told me how much I had just squatted, I thought, really? I did my weight. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
I don't know, little milestone at 61.
Well, and you did it for more than one rep too.
No, 7.
Yeah, it's great.
I think 5 rounds or 6 something.
Oh, 500 sets.
That's how it felt. Yeah.
How much strength training is enough after 40? Good question.
Yes.
I honestly find 2 days a week at 45 minutes it has been very effective for my clientele.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Well, now you're not going to but I can see progression over time. I can see their body composition changing. I can see their muscle mass going up. Are they going to get super jacked on that? No.
Yes.
But it's a safe amount that when someone's really busy, when someone's under a lot of stress, that twice a week for 45 minutes has been more than enough to create great change in people. People that are not under as much stress after the age of 40, I find 3 lifting workouts a week works really well. Very rarely can I see someone after the age of 40 that can handle 4 workouts a week. If they're going to do that, they got to be really good at recovery, really good about their nutrition, really good about their sleep. They got to be doing the extra stuff to keep the joints and everything healthy. Because typically what I'll see is people trying to do 4 hard weight workouts a week we're going to run into joint problems
Sure.
or fatigue problems.
Yeah.
And when fatigue problems kick in, now we got immune system problems.
Yeah.
Now we have, again, joint problems.
A host of fun things.
Yeah. I've seen psychological scenarios from it where they're more irritable, they're more grumpy, they're more anxious.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I'm looking at the big picture. I think 2 days a week is more than enough.
What do you say to those people that,
Strength training.
okay, but I still want to do my Pilates and I still want to do my spin class and I still want to do my hot yoga class and what do you say to those people? How do you
That is
fit
very
a
different from strength training.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so that's more cardiovascular oriented training. I like the Pilates stuff because it's very slow. It's very easy on the joints. They're not using a lot of heavy load.
Sure.
So I've seen that be a sweet spot. Spin class, great. I think once a week.
Okay.
Any of the high intensity type of cardio stuff, I think great once a week is more than enough. And then from there, it's kind of like longer, slower. Like I love walking.
Yes,
I'm a huge fan of walking.
Yeah, it's great.
So,
And you can do it anywhere. That's what's great about that too.
My strongest, leanest women, after the age of 40, they lift 2 to 3 times a week, and they walk a ton. And they don't do hardly any of the high intensity cardio classes.
Right.
Sarah Harris, my 9 a.m. class that I work with, that has a bunch of them in there. All my women over the age of 40 that are the strongest, leanest, healthiest, that's what they're doing. 2 to 3 strength workouts a week and a lot of walking.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you guys are also very good about your sleep. You guys are very good about your nutrition. You guys do all the behind the scenes stuff really well.
Right.
And the better you do that, the less you have to train, I think, to get positive response.
I've gotten more kind of gnarly about my sleep as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
I really have. That is something that if immediately I notice a difference if I don't get what I need. I don't know.
It's a hard one for me because my body wants the ideal sleep cycle for me I've learned is like 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Yeah, that's not workable.
But if I'm not getting out of bed till 7 a.m., I'm missing 4 clients a day by the time I get to the gym.
Right. What time do you get up in the morning?
I get up at 5.
Okay.
Then I start with clients at 6. So I see clients every 45 minutes.
Right.
So if I got out of bed at 7, got ready, got to the gym by 8.
Back.
Sorry, I'd miss out on my first 3 clients.
But you get the afternoon off. That's good.
Yes.
Typically.
But I believe, because I know when I take like a week, like when I took that week off a while back and I just let myself sleep and I woke up every morning at 7, I felt drastically better.
Really?
Yeah.
7 is a good time. That's about when I like to wake up too.
It's when you let me, when I could just go to bed when I want to go to bed and wake up when I want to wake up, which I think is the best way to find your quote unquote chronotype. Again, no alcohol, limit your caffeine to really get a true feel of it. After about 10 days, you'll find it. Yeah. And mine's 11 to 7. I just naturally want to fall asleep about 11, and then I always wake up around 7 without an alarm. Literally within like 15 minutes of those time periods. Yeah.
It's really wild.
Yeah. And even I try to go to bed, so I go to bed early, so I'm usually in bed by 9:30 or 10. Yes. So even going to bed earlier, but still having to wake up earlier, I still don't feel as great as...
Do you fall asleep right away, or what's your latency like when you go to bed?
Well, because I'm tired, I crash out.
Yeah. But you like a little later.
Yeah. What are the earliest warning signs of burnout most people ignore? I think it's the psychological signs. Oh. I think it's increased anxiousness, increased irritability. I think you don't handle stress as well.
Yes.
So you're more reactive to stress. That's a really big one. I think those are the kind of the classic things that are happening that people are pushing through. They typically start drinking more caffeine, not realizing it. They notice like, oh, I'm just a little more tired. So their response is drink more caffeine. That's kind of a classic sign. If you're testing things, grip strength and vertical jump are the earliest predictors that you're starting to push the limit. Yep. But most people don't have any documentation on that. Yeah. So I would say the things to watch out for are you're more irritable. Oh, and you're more forgetful. Oh. I notice people start having like brain farts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's another classic one. Huh. So that's what I've seen as the typical scenario. Yes. And if you keep pushing, the psychological side of it gets more intense. The anxiousness, the irritability, the inability to handle stress as well. Sleep disruption will start to kick in. people either have a hard time falling asleep. Typically, people have a hard time falling asleep and they have a hard time getting going in the morning.
Right.
That's a real classic sign as well.
That stress piece.
It's
like the biggest thing.
Yeah. What I'm excited about, we have a guest coming on that's going to support that.
Kristen, yeah.
Yeah.
She is. She's going to be on in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I had to kind of talk her into it, but then she realized how fun we are. No, she realized that it's going to be right up our alley.
Yeah.
And she's going to talk about. So that's great. Yeah, and she's younger than me by quite a few years. So it's nice that she's got her head wrapped around that stress component and how the importance of lowering it.
Yeah.
Versus, I feel like so many of us ignore, and almost till it's too late in a lot of cases.
And then still people don't want to believe it.
No.
No one wants to believe that's the component.
Yeah.
I had a classic experience with one of our weight room members, high stress job, and started putting body fat on. She's like, what do I change? What do I eat? I'm like, you have to stress less. That is not it. I'm like, I'm telling you, that is it. Like, what's the one thing that's changed? Your job has become horrifically stressful. And so we were working peptides and hormones, everything. I'm like, it's your stress. Finally quits.
Oh.
Gets a new job.
Oh.
And fast forward 2 months into the new job.
Yes.
She came up and she's like, okay, you were right. You can just tell me you were right. I'm like, no, I don't have anything to say. She goes, but you were right.
Okay.
Like, you can just visibly see how much better she looks.
That's great. I mean, that's great that she got to see that.
Yeah, the only thing that changed was her stress levels drastically. And it was emotional stress of the work environment.
Yeah.
Again, raises havoc on the body.
Yeah.
And nothing else changed but the job. And in 2 months, I mean, just drastic change in her body composition.
Right.
I think this is a good question. What lifestyle habits maximize peptide effectiveness? It's all the things we've talked about.
Yes.
If you want peptides to work, what I've noticed is people that do the foundational lifestyle things well, like peptides are life-changing. The people that don't, peptides don't quote unquote do anything.
They're like, why? What's wrong with me?
Yeah, so I think sleep has a big impact on them. I think stress management has a big impact on them. I think nutrition has a huge impact on them. I even think using supplementation strategically with them really has a positive impact on them. And then lifting weights has a big impact on them.
Yeah.
So it's no different than anything. It's the foundation matters most. It's going to help your training be the most effective. It's going to help peptides be the most effective. It's going to help hormone optimization be the most effective. The basic, non-sexy, behind-the-scene things are going to have the biggest impact on peptides.
Which, by the way, the basic behind-the-scenes things is a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
I have to get up at like 2 hours before I have to be somewhere and get all these things in.
And it's not sexy to post a picture of it. Got 9 hours of sleep last night. Like, no one cares. Right?
Some people might be jealous. But
well, but it's very non-sexy. It's hard.
Yes.
But the hard things are what make the sexy moments
worthwhile.
You're
right.
Or possible. You're never going to have a great athlete show up in a prime sporting environment to compete in front of everyone and do well that hasn't done all the practice and preparation.
Right.
My God, I wish people could see, like, for example, one time I jumped on a Zoom with Garrett, with my son, and we went over his film preparation. And so he's watching film, breaking film down, and he has this notebook of just pages of information specifically on the one man he was going to be up against most of the time. And I wanted my son to see that. Like, this is the preparation it takes to be great. He doesn't just show up on Sunday and kill it.
No.
It's so much boring preparation work to find everything you need to be prepared.
Right. Even at Quinn's level, they do that.
They
watch
100%.
Tons of film on who they expect to be matched up against. And after your matches are over, they film the matches. You watch your film. Yeah. So there is a lot of that. You're absolutely right. So I can imagine when you're a professional that it's copious amounts.
Yeah. How do you maintain consistency during stressful seasons?
Seasons of life, I assume.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure that's what they mean.
You do the best you can. That's what I think.
Yeah. So I've been through some seasons of life that have been like devastatingly hard. And some of those seasons I just completely fell apart. And then, after the first one where I just fell apart, by the time the next one came, I'm like, okay, I have to be, because what happens if you just completely fall apart, you're going to recover from the stressful events. But then what was really hard for me was all the damage I had done when I just gave up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now all of a sudden I'm past it. I'm in a good spot again, but realizing like, oh my gosh, now I got to go recover from all the damage I did by giving up. So, like, for example, the last hard period of life I went through where things just get disheveled and it's like, it's not fair, was that I said, okay, I'm going to create 3 non-negotiables no matter what, no matter how bad the day is, I'm doing these 3 things.
Yes.
And those are going to be different for anybody and everybody. But I knew that if I could just keep these 3 things in check every day, I was keeping some control of my discipline. I was keeping some control on my consistency so that my whole world didn't unravel.
Yeah.
And then by doing that, it gave me strength to be able to not just let everything go. So to me, it gave me control. So that's kind of the advice I give people.
Right.
And it will come down like, what are the 3 things you're going to do every day, no matter what? So like, stupid one was I'm going to wake up every day and make my bed.
I don't think that's stupid at all.
But like, so that was one of them because I knew if I made my bed, I was less likely to get back in my bed.
Oh, okay.
So that was an example of, because it was really easy just to say, there's no point getting out of bed today. I'm just going to stay here.
Yeah.
Or if I would get up, you know what? I can't take it today. I'm just going back to bed.
Right.
So I found that was a great thing for me to do. If I just woke up, and here was it. I had to get up when my alarm went off. I could not hit snooze.
Okay.
So I set my phone all the way across the room.
Yep.
Alarm goes off. I had to get up, turn it off, and then make my bed. I wasn't allowed to get back in. So it was that was like kind of one thing. I had to get up, turn my alarm off, make my bed.
Okay.
That was an example of
one thing.
Non-negotiable. Non-negotiable every damn morning I had to do.
Got it.
So that's an example. So I would tell people I picked 3, I don't know why, but pick at least 1. I think 3 is doable.
Yeah.
And it gives you power. Yeah. You maintain power in those seasons that are out of control. You maintain some control and power.
Sure.
So I think
I like that.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best advice. And I didn't create it. I was given it. And it was life-changing for me.
Yeah.
And I was able to continue to stay consistent and progress through that. Was it as easy as when things are great? No, it's really easy to be consistent and on top of things when nothing's beating you up.
Yeah.
But it kept me progressing and moving forward in that world of time.
Yeah.
This is an interesting question. What are the non-negotiables for long-term performance?
Do tell.
Well, I think that's going to be very individualized.
Yes.
I know for me, I have a few non-negotiables now. I only drink alcohol 1 time a month, at most.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
What I learned after taking 18 months off of not drinking alcohol, I am a whole different human being. And I was never like I would always have 1 or 2 cocktails a few nights a week.
Right.
But when I decided just to get away from it for 18, I was only originally going to do it for 90 days. Yeah. I'm like, I feel pretty good. I'm just going to keep going. Ended up being a year and a half.
Wow. I didn't even know you'd gone back to drinking at all.
Well, I just...
A little intermittent here and there.
Yeah. If a fun event comes up, I'll have 1.
Okay.
But typically what's funny is that I'll have the one, I'm like, why did I even do that? I didn't have any more fun.
Yeah.
But it's just easier for me to know.
Do you notice a difference in how you feel after having taken that
Sometimes.
time off? Okay.
Sometimes I'll have a little headache the next day or something, or I'll feel a little sluggish. But it's I don't crave it when I say, if the event calls for it, you can have 1.
Sure.
So 1 time a month, I get to say yes. It's very rare that I do it. But again, most times I do it, I'm like, why did I even do that? Like, it didn't add any more fun.
Right.
I feel a little crummy the next day.
Yes.
So I found my life is very different when I'm not drinking alcohol. So it's got to be a really big deal for me to have alcohol.
Sure.
So that's become my new non-negotiable as I continue on. I am just a completely different human being. But only being off it for 1 week, that's not enough to create. It built on itself. And you can read all the studies on it. It shows it takes time to rebuild the brain and everything coming off of alcohol. So that's a big one for me. that's probably the most powerful one, to be super honest with you, in regards to what I've seen the biggest difference in, like performance, health, lab markers, all those things.
Some people don't want to believe what impact that has.
And that's fine. It's I would say try it.
Yeah, and just see what happens.
Like, don't judge me.
Right.
Like,
a lot of people do dry January, I feel like.
Yeah, but that's
is that enough time?
No, that's not enough time. It takes over 90 days to really recover and rebuild the brain from the damage alcohol is doing to it. So I say, don't judge me. Like, I'm not judging you. If you want to keep drinking, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a personal choice for me because I function at such a higher level when I'm not doing it.
Right.
I'm more productive. I sleep better. My son tells me I don't snore. Like, that's the one thing. He's like, Dad, you don't snore anymore. Oh. I had no idea that I was even snoring. He goes, yeah, I used to snore all the time. So that went away. So I'm obviously sleeping better. That's just kind of that's the only really non-negotiable that I have.
Yeah.
Is I'm not going back to that thinking that, what's the word everyone uses? Oh my gosh, what do people, moderation is key?
Yeah.
I don't buy that.
Okay.
I don't think moderation is key. Mm-hmm. I think moderation is very destructive. So me, a couple nights a week, having 1 or 2 cocktails, people will say, oh, that's fine. Like, you're drink, moderation is key.
Right.
No, after 18 months of not drinking,
you could see
moderation is not key. Like, limit, like none is key.
Yeah.
If you truly want the full benefit to it, I think it's the most powerful thing we can do.
I agree.
At least for me personally. Mm-hmm. Like, moderation was very destructive and very disruptive to my life. Yeah. And I didn't even know it.
Right.
That's the thing, is you don't know it
until you step away from it.
Until you step away from it for at least 90 days.
Yeah.
I challenge you to step away from it for 6 months, and you'd be shocked at how
I know several people that have done that and are really surprised with wow, I feel so much better.
Yeah, if you want a high-performing, great recovery, look good, feel good, all those things, I think that's a big critical non-negotiable that people should put into play. Yeah. If they're truly, life is just more fun. Like, bullshit. Like, I still go to events, and I still watch the people get drunk, and they think they're having more fun, but as the sober one, I'm like, oh my God. Like,
well, when you hear the decibel level go up, that's crazy, isn't it?
And the stupid shit they think is funny, I'm like, that's not even funny. But like, I mean, whatever. Like, you just think you're having more fun. Because on my side of it, I have a great time still. I can still go out and hang out and have fun. And
I feel the same. I think people just, if they are socially anxious at all, it takes that edge off for them, so that they that's how people kind of justify.
And I used to justify with that. I used to think that.
Yes.
But the longer I got away from alcohol, the less anxious as I had in those social situations.
Isn't that interesting?
Because I wasn't worried what everyone was thinking.
Yeah, because you're watching them be stupid.
and like, I won't lie. Like, one thing I don't like dealing with is like, oh my God, you're not drinking. So I will.
You get that still.
Not as much anymore, but I did it early on. So I used to just get a tonic water with a lime. So people thought I was drinking.
So they'd leave you alone.
They didn't. It wouldn't be an issue. They wouldn't feel uncomfortable around me. Now people are really comfortable around knowing that. Oh, he's not drinking, but he's not judging us. He still has a great time with us. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I got that for a long time too, and then they just realized, okay. Or they'll say, "Did you have a problem?" That's the other thing. Did you have a problem? What do you want to hear that I, fell down, 5 flights? I don't know. They want a big story.
And I'm being honest right now. I catch myself still worried about that. Like, I didn't have a drinking problem. I just, I would have a couple cocktails, a couple nights a week.
Laugh like, no.
Yeah. Like, I haven't been drunk since I had my daughter.
Really?
Like, I have not been. Oh, that's not true. One time I was in Philadelphia. I got drunk.
Okay.
In 17 years now, there's been one time where I got drunk, because I was always like, I need to be in a state where I can get to her if I need to be to her. If something's wrong, I got to be able to take care of her. So, one time I was in Philadelphia. Dr. Jason and I were with a couple guys in the Phillies. It's the World Series.
Okay.
And we went out and got after it.
Okay.
So if I knew at that point, like, I'm in Philadelphia.
You and Dr. Jason?
Like, I'm in Philadelphia. If something goes wrong, I've got a long plane flight till I get back there anyway. So I allowed myself to loose a little bit. But I still feel a need to, like, explain myself. Like, I didn't have a problem. I just would have. But to me, it was a problem.
I think there's more people now that just don't drink.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to get that question quite as much anymore.
Yeah, but I recognize I was doing it a couple nights a week to take the edge off, to help with my
Sure.
help with my stress.
Of course.
Thinking that it was helping,
Right.
not realizing that it would just make my stress worse and then create that craving at night that I needed that.
Yeah. Well, this has been very good. I like when we do all the Q&As.
Yeah. There's a lot more questions on here, but
Do you want to do more?
No.
Oh.
Because some of them are really hard.
Okay, yeah, we'll do some more. But I like when people send things in and wonder things that are on their mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for some guests. We have, like I said, my friend Kristen Granillo. We're going to get Garrett Wolves on.
Yep.
We still need to get Dr. Jason back on. We got to figure out a time.
My client Randy's going to come on, who had the quadruple bypass surgery, who's killing in life now.
Okay. These are good.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Pat.
thank you.